Hello, it is the 13th of August, and this is my not at all daily video podcasting, personal one. It's been a long time between videos lately because I haven't been doing it. Probably largely because of, again, the main thing that causes me distraction in the world, cryptocurrency markets and potential for losing everything in it. I'll just go straight to that video. That one. Daily, Bitcoin has been tanking again, heading down towards the very, very bottom of its current bear market. And this is when we were camping, and I had shorts open, and I made some good profitable trade on that drop there, but I closed it too soon. I made another bit of a trade on this bit here, I think, and then closed it too soon, and so missed this entire drop here, and got very close to the liquidation point again here at this point, because during all this, way worse than that drop itself was what happened to the altcoins. This is the entire bear market. They're just like, so Bitcoin's got this flat, like this drop, and this drop is flat on Bitcoin. No, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Neo. Now, most of my crypto holdings are Neo. IOTA I kept ramping up as it kept falling, so I didn't buy it at the top. I haven't bought any of these at the top. I bought most of them before the run up. So it's not like my holdings have like lost great amounts of money, although IOTA has. It's just that their value as my equity for my margin trading just continues to just die. So, and I keep not selling it because it's like, oh, but we're at the bottom. You know, we're at the bottom. How can I sell it at the bottom? I'll wait for it to go up to here, and then I'll sell some of it. But of course, when it's going up, it's like, well, yeah, when it went up here, maybe it's coming out of it. So, yeah, psychology. But in any case, because I should have done that one. That one there. Because Bitcoin's come down, and because the alts didn't go up with this bit, so if we look at Monero, instead of going up with Bitcoin, it just went flat and then fell down. And that's true with all of them. Neo, if it didn't go up, it went flat. So, because of this last month or so, yeah, July was just a terrible month, and August has been worse. So, my trading that I've been doing has actually been pretty good. I've locked in profits quite a few times. Made plenty of losing trades, but my losing trades are always small. My profitable trades are bigger. So I think I'm net ahead, quite certainly net ahead, because I almost lost everything here, and I screwed up big time here, and then struggled with this, and then survived this okay. And so like, if I was like in trouble here and in trouble here, if I wasn't trading successfully, I would have been liquidated here and here easily. But I've actually taken profit. I took some money out to pay some bills here and bought some other shit coins, which have then lost a lot of money. So my trading on the charts and my margin trading has been successful. My choices on the pops to then go, oh, I've got some spare Bitcoin, I'll go and buy some altcoins, has been very, very unfortunate. So despite the altcoins just dying in the ass, and the market just generally being down, I've managed to continue to survive. So my trading has been working out in the discrete trades. But this bit here, it's like, as it's gone down and and altcoins have dragged my equity down to fucking ground. And that's another thing, actually. That's one of the reasons why I'm surviving, is I've completely ended all of my long trades, which is what got me into the trouble with having longs open up here and then doubling down as it got deeper and deeper and deeper, and then closing one of them at the bottom here, only to open it up again here. Like, that's the one that really fucked me over, and that I've been. And this was the point at which I'm like, okay, then I've got to actually learn what the fuck I'm doing, rather than following a simplistic trading system, which was basically double down as the price went down until it eventually bounces, because historically that has worked. If it dips 20%, then you buy there. If it dips a bit further, then buy more, and then it'll recover, and you make shitloads of money. So the strategy made sense throughout most of history, but of course, it works until it doesn't, and it didn't. And then I made stupid mistakes because I didn't know what I was doing, and thus I started learning. So now we're at a position where it's like we've hit a new bottom, started going up. There's so much bearish sentiment. I've got no confidence in this going anywhere in particular. It might be a bit like this. We might hit 6.8. We might hit 7,000 if we're like super lucky. But basically, there's nothing I can do now. I've got so little equity and so little happening. I can't trade practically. I can sell some of the coins, but I don't want to sell them at the bottom again. It's like there's a chance of it going up. Then I will lose those gains, which will prevent me from re-shorting it. And so this is my with this downtrend that we've got here, the huge lesson I've got is that because I had a good short open here, I had a really good short of a couple of coins, and because I got a good movement and I made some good money on the movement, I was worried. Like I thought there was a chance of it bouncing off 6,800 was my target. Some people even thought it was going to bounce from here. So when it got to here and it started going back up on one of these bounces, I took the profit in case it did go up. And then I think I made some money on this one, and again, because I thought it was going to bounce off here, I took some profit in case it did go up. And the thing that motivated me to do that was, okay, then I've got a short, it's going down, but if I just open a short and I don't take profit, then I could, when do I close it? If I don't know when to close it, when do I close it? If I don't know when to close it, maybe it will bounce, maybe it'll bounce here, maybe it'll bounce here, maybe it'll bounce down here, and then it'll start coming up, and it could go all the way up, and then I'll end up closing it at a loss. And so having that short, this brilliant short open from here that goes all the way down to here, I will never know when to close it, and so it'll never be profitable for me, and it'll be a missed opportunity. So I may as well close it when it's in profit, and then I can reopen it again, which I did once, but didn't here. And I've realized now, having done that, and I had 2 profitable short trades on that thing, but now not being in a short trade, the mistake was thinking that I'm shorting to make profit. And now I realize I really should just kept it open. I'm short. I should be thinking of myself as shorting to hedge losses of capital, because as this all drops, my equity declines, my ability to finance my margin debt reduces, and if it reaches the liquidation point, I get liquidated and I lose everything. If I had just opened the short and not worried about profiting from the short, but just held it open, then as the market continued to crash, that short would be hedging against me being liquidated. And my signal, and so if the market just continues to tank, eventually that I'll reach like a liquidation point anyway, probably, but I can sell that short and it will cover that risk. I'm not sure how it will work. I'm not sure if Bitfinex keeps that growing profit in the books so that it doesn't reach like if I won't actually need to close it for it to count against equity, the debt. I'm not sure if it counts it or not. Anyway, the point is that I need to open shorts, and I need to keep them open and not worry about taking profit from them, because my profit is in the rebound, not in the short. My short's just protecting capital, and I need to protect my capital more than anything else. So I lose the capital and then I've got nothing. Duh. So that's been, obsessing my thoughts, been consuming my thoughts and time. So what I'm hoping for here is enough of a bounce to get up to 6.8. At that point, I might have enough equity to actually open up another short. It will probably be a small one. And so my current strategy is, we get to 6.8, I open up whatever short I can get. In fact, as soon as it reaches the point where I can open a short, I'm opening a short. It's just that there'll be so little equity, I can probably open like a few $100 position, which is like nothing. And so then if I do that and then it keeps going and my short goes negative, that's fine. I will do the doubling down sort of approach. I'm not putting a stop loss on this short, at least until probably up here somewhere, until we start seeing some kind of a bullish movement. But those losses will be more than compensated by the underlying equities that are financing. Ouch, Leonardo! I'm doing a video. I'm working. Please. You're not allowed to play up here, boys. Downstairs. Sorry, I've got a friend over. It's so good that no one's going to see these videos because this is complete rubbish. It's just me talking to myself because I need to get this crap out of my head because I'm about to play and I know what I'm doing and there's nothing I can do, but I'm obsessing about it because it's my life on the line to some extent. I have no income. I have the only reason I have any equity at all is because of crypto, and I made some stupid mistakes that have put that entire win on the line, and it's frustrating and disappointing, and hopefully something that I've learned from, and definitely at least led me to, like I said, this crisis thing where I'm like, okay, then I've got to learn technical analysis and learn the fundamentals enough to allow me to at least know that, hey, when this happens, okay, then it's time to just sell everything and just wait. Like, I should have known that, but psychology is crazy. So I need, rather than just waiting until I sort of see and go, oh, I know what's happening now. Now that I've been trained to put myself into this culture, into this crypto Twitter thing, I will always have a reference point that I can go to get signals and indications. And so I've learned various indicators and techniques, and I've just added a new one today, which I've removed, because I can just turn it on every now and then to get a sentiment of the overall trend. So that if I survive this bear market, then we enter another bull market and I start making money again, or I save my capital and I get rid of all the debt and the margin account, then I can just sort of happily forget about it for a while and wait for it to come around and go back up to new highs, which could take a year or two. It doesn't matter. But if I have the capital there to do that, then I can be potentially set for life, which is what I was expecting. And back here when this was happening, particularly in January when all the alts took off, I was like, shit, if this is just another dip and it keeps going, I was like this close to set for many years. And I don't know, greed took over and stupidity and whatever. The classic story of how the market screws people over, particularly people like me who have no idea what we're doing. Anyway, point is I've got to save that capital, because if I don't, then I lose it all and I'm just back to square one with no income and struggling to survive with a child and a chronically ill partner who can't work and also has no income, while trying to work on things that themselves don't make money, because I firmly believe the world needs it and apparently no one else can see it and no one else is working on it and no one else will even steal the idea from me. So I seem to be the only person in a position to do that. So it's if I survive this and this takes care of my financial concerns, then that's just brilliant. This is what allowed me in 2017 to really focus back on working on the Socratic way. Then go, you know what, I'm just going to do this now, because I didn't have to keep looking for work. Although actually I wasted a lot of 2017 on this because I got so excited by this and excited about not needing to look for work and being free to sort of dream about being rich, I guess, that didn't feel like immediately getting back into working on projects, which was a bit of an interesting experience. So I'm waiting for that to happen so I can open up a short, and that short will be increased as the bounce gets higher up until a point. I may stop out if I get some indicators, and again, there will be a number of indicators I'll be looking for that's like, okay, then this is turning around and this has got a lot of momentum and a lot of volume and whatever. I'm going to stop out of my short until I see indications that it's going down again, and then I'll reopen the short. I can do that now. But basically my trading is going to be 90% focused on shorts to hedge my underlying asset value until I have got strong confirmation that the bear market is over, and then I will probably go quite heavily in on bull positions with margin, and enjoy the gains from there. Long-term trades. That is an exciting potential that I hope to have made out of this whole experience. If I survive this, then the next flat/bull market that's set up, I'm there and I'm patient. I'm actually, aside from rookie mistakes and just overconfidence and typical greed, it makes it sound like I'm saying all the things that I do wrong, but I mean, like, having learned from them, and I think I'm quite good at emotionless and like analytical trading once I decide, okay, I'm doing it. Just sort of, I mean, aside from just blindly something and going, I can do whatever and being greedy. Okay, once I stop that, then I end up being quite good at this sort of stuff, which is why I got into sports arbitrage trading. And I was pretty good at it. Not great in terms of finding them and in enjoying the activity, because I find that sort of thing boring. But I was good at, there is a rule set and you follow it and you apply it. I'm not emotional. I don't go, oh my god, it's going to lose, and then double things and fuck it up and screw it up. I'm like, I follow principles pretty well and easily. So that's what's happening in cryptos. Alts are tanking, Bitcoin's following this kind of descending triangle thing, and people are saying it's going to go to 3,000 or 1,000, but in the short term probably going to 5,200-ish. I'm hoping for a bounce to 6,800. I'm hoping it goes to 7,000, and I hope I can get enough equity to short the fuck out of a couple of different coins. I can't short Bitcoin because I've got it in a. I could take that loss and turn it into a negative, but no, I'd rather short the altcoins because they are dying worse than Bitcoin. So I short 2 or 3 different altcoins, and then I just leave them shorted. Hopefully it goes up even higher, and then I double those shorts. But either way, I short it, and then I wait for the market to reach 5,200, when I expect it will go for the first decent bounce, and that will be interesting to see what happens there, because so far we've got this really nice pattern that's formed, but that pattern's been about to break, and is it going to just break and crash down to 3,000? Or is it just going to, like, at this point, sort of go here and then go down to 5,200 and break it, and then set up something new? It's going to go up to a new high and then go down. Like, that's when we enter like really uncertain territory. Anyway, this is all boring for anyone else. Nothing that exciting for me. It's just, life on the line. So let's get them. That's that. Get them out of the way. So you need that. So that's been consuming my thoughts and brain. I've got to get that out so that I can get back to working on the things that I need to work on. Like, I want to read this article and this, why do people share fake news, proper thing. I kind of want to print that out. It's so much easier to read printed things, but I've got to pull the printer out and plug it in and stuff. I have put together my podcast videos. I'm putting together a website on Foursquare. I haven't paid for the subscription yet, so it's just the demo mode, and that's sensible, so that I make sure it does what I want it to do. And then, but as soon as I pay for it, I'll pay for the full year up front so I can get a domain with it. And then, I've got a website. I made a logo in their little logo making thing, and that's one of the default templates. I guess it'll do. I'm not spending too much time making it perfect. The objective of all this really is just to make the blog posts where there it is. In the blog post I can upload the audio, so Squarespace hosts the audio, and then in that I can, apparently it automatically sort of syndicates to iPlayer, what's it called, iTunes, and hopefully the other ones, and that's what I need to check. I need to figure out how to make sure my process gets all of the podcasts into all the podcast players. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I haven't been able to find it in my podcast player yet, so there may be something else I need to do, and I don't quite know what that is yet. But I haven't put the time into doing it either. I need to sit down and just focus on this. If I just get that done, then I have that system in place. And then each podcast that I do, I just upload it and just stick it on the website and it's done. So that's just like, it's just I'm in that process of figuring out. So sometimes it takes hours to figure out something that seems really simple because it's the first time and I don't know where to look and what to do and what's missing and why something didn't work. But once it's all done, then that should be easy work. It's just repeatable. So setting up a blog to host your podcast. Got the instructions there, so I just got to read through that properly. That's the videos, that's the medium posts. And I think in like just 2 hours I've got to talk. My next guest is Sarah Jane Turp, who does data analysis sort of stuff primarily, but yeah, definitely very tech strong person who is very into misinformation space. So I can't wait to talk with her. So she's my next guest. It's been like two weeks since the last episode as well, so I would definitely do it. It's just I was camping, and then when I go back from camping, no one would go back to me. That's right, I've got an email from Claire Wardle as well that I reply to, which is good. She got back to me. But no one else did. Hardly anyone got back to me about being on the episode. So that's disappointing, but entirely reasonable because I was reaching out to people like Claire Wardle who like go on BBC and shit. So they travel around the world talking to people about this stuff, and I ask them to come on my podcast, which doesn't even have a website yet. It doesn't show up in any of the podcast networks, and doesn't have any sort of branding or logo or anything. I have a shitty little Everything Misinfo channel that has no image. 5 subscribers. Actually, I have to remember to tell people to subscribe. This one. Yeah, so it's understandable that I'm not yet getting the responses that I want, but I've got to set up the basics. So that, and then of course crowdfunding. I have to get this done because that's right. Alok Shah, Petrov did. Alok Shah is a journalist for The Guardian, science journalist. I met him at the International Festival of Journalism. He put me in contact with some researchers at the Cardiff University. Cognitive science, behavioural scientists. Can't think off the top of my head exactly what their speciality is, but they do social science research and brain scans and how people react to things. And they're interested in misinformation and fake news sorts of stuff, and had some ideas about showing people corrections to the content they're seeing. And so Alok introduced me to them because he thought what they were interested in, what they were doing, what they wanted to do was very similar to what I talked about doing. And so we had a great talk for an hour or two, like an hour. And yeah, they're interested in the Socratic web and they want to do research on it and help make it happen. So it's very exciting. But part of that is I spoke to someone else in the department who agreed to do some of the early research, and we'll talk about maybe getting a master's student in as early as October. And that master's student will do some study on people, but we need to have a mock-up of what it would be like, and that will probably cost some sort of money. We need a designer or something to put together the mock-up, and so I need some money to do that. So I'm going to put that into my crowdfunding pitch. We've got researchers waiting to do research, and we need money to fund that. So I've got to get crowdfunding done, and what I'm getting to is that will probably be October, so I need the money by October. So that as soon as I start talking to them, I'm going, okay, we've got this much money, and I can put this much towards helping with the research. Okay, so that's all on the plate. I think for now, I've just got to do, because I've got this talk with Sarah Jane coming up, I should probably reread that quickly and prepare for that talk. And then once that's prepared, and I've definitely got the time, then I'm going to work on the blog, on the website, make sure this is all working and making sense. And I should check out if I've actually got everything Misinfo domain. I haven't looked. I can just add podcast anyway, so I can definitely get a version. Okay, this is way too long and very boring, so thank you for not watching.